Yes, it's 8 to 9:30 today. It's symbolic event, which means you of course have to keep your safety and other things in mind. But anything which you feel is non-essential, it could be appliance, it could be a television, it could be just a CFL light. Switch it off.
Join us today for celebrating Earth Hour today on 22nd March from 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m.
Happy Earth Hour!
नमस्कार, सिक्किम क्रोनिकलमा तपाईहरु सबैजनालाई स्वागत छ। आज 22 मार्च र विश्वभरि नै आज अर्थ आवरको रूपमा पालना भइरहेको छ। त अर्थ आवर के हो? अर्थ आवर विशेष त WWF ले सुरु गरेको एउटा यो इनिसिएटिभ हो अनि धेरै लामो समयदेखि यो पालन हुँदै आइरहेको छ र बेलुकी जहिले पनि 1 घण्टा विशेष त नन एसेन्शियल लाइट्स अथवा जो हामीलाई काम लाग्दैन यो लाइट्सहरू अफ गर्ने एउटा यो इनिसिएटिभ हो अनि यो अहिले ग्लोबली नै आयोजन हुँदै गइरहेको छ र यसलाई WWF ले इनिसिएटिभ लिएको हो र हामीसँग हुनुहुन्छ डाक्टर ऋषि शर्मा र ऋषि शर्मा चाहिँ उहाँ हेड हुनुहुन्छ हिमालयन्स प्रोग्रामको र उहाँसँग अझ हामी जानकारी लिनेछौँ यस अर्थ आवरलाई लिएर। ऋषि जी, आपका स्वागत है। तो हम थोड़ा जानना चाहेंगे इस बार जो अर्थ आवर हो रहा है आज 22 मार्च के दिन, तो आप बताएंगे कि किस तरीके से ये पालन किया जाता है?
देखिए, अर्थ आवर पे जनरली क्या होता है कि नॉन एसेंशियल लाइट्स वगैरह, फैन, ट्यूबलाइट्स, व्हाटएवर यू हैव नॉन एसेंशियल अप्लायंसेस, वी स्विच इट ऑफ. It's a very powerful symbolic thing to do. It shows that all of us, even small actions that we take as humans, as people, can have a very large impact when we come together as humans, right? And you know, in the Himalayas especially, we are already facing challenges from climate change, from warming. We have, glacial outbursts and floods and all that. So we need to really develop sustainability in these systems. And Earth Hour sort of binds us, all of us as humans, as people, to come together to conserve and take actions to protect this beautiful planet that we have. So though it's symbolic, it's a gentle reminder that, we can come together and collectively we can, do something throughout the year, throughout our life to protect this beautiful planet that we have inherited. That's the message and the symbolism behind Earth Hour.
How was it started?
It was started as a small idea by a small group. They thought it'll be nice to celebrate and think about this beautiful planet and do something to conserve it. So the genesis of the idea was actually quite small, but then no one thought at that point of time, that it would sort of expand into such a large celebration and care towards the planet, in which all the citizens of the world participate now. So everyone is busy with their own lives, and many people want to do something for the planet, right? And people often don't know what they should do. So this also is an opportunity for people to come together. Even when you switch off your lights, it of course reminds you to conserve energy and not have a wasteful kind of lifestyle, but that if we can follow that throughout the year, throughout our lifetimes, imagine the kind of impact it would create. Of course, it's a very powerful event, and that's why you see a lot of heads of the states, head of the UN. Even last year, I think the governor of the state in JNK also participated, and he had a beautiful message for the people. So it does create that momentum, and everyone is coming together to support this event.
So when you say non-essential lights, like what type of light you are talking about?
See, I think at some level, all of us, including me, we are lazy people to some extent, right? We keep forgetting, right? Sometimes you will have lights on in all your rooms and there might be no one in that room, or you leave a fan on, you keep forgetting to switch it off. So those are the non-essential items. I mean, this is something that you could do every single day of your life, not just on the Earth Day. But I think it serves like a nice reminder that we have a responsibility as citizens, as people, to have a sustainable life and to protect and conserve this planet. So the message is larger. It's not just about switching off lights. It's about what actions we can take as people to conserve and protect the beautiful planet, the beautiful wildlife, and the beautiful earth that we have inherited.
So does WWF keep track record of like how much electricity has been conserved, like during the process?
I think generally the grids, they share that data, and the figures are quite staggering actually. Even after this event, I'm sure a lot of those figures will emerge in terms of how much power was saved and kind of how much energy was conserved due to this event.
So Sikkim, we have a people who are already alert and aware about when it comes in terms of loving the environment. So what is your message to the people on this earth?
So I no, you are very right. I think you are right that people are very conscious already, and that's a beautiful thing, because you see a conscientious state and people who are already trying to keep the state green, to conserve the environment. So there is already a lot of hope in that sense, because only aware citizens can really take actions that will have that large scale impact. Sometimes we also expect that government will do everything. I think it's a responsibility that all of us share. I think citizens of Sikkim can actually be the leading light sort of when it comes to conservation of nature and protecting the environment, and serve as a beacon for the rest of the humanity, to the people in other states to follow that model. I think we are already there to a very large extent, but there is of course much more we can do to reduce wastefulness of the environment, to reduce pollution, to protect our lakes and glaciers. And of course, I think the state is so lucky to have two very, very beautiful creatures. There is a snow leopard in the high elevation areas, and you have the red panda in the temperate forest areas of Sikkim. So if we are able to take actions that protect the forest that these species need to live, their habitat, their home, as citizens, if we can raise our concerns, raise our voice, make sure that we know what's going on with these species, and every forum we use this opportunity to talk about these animals and figure out what's going on. How do we contribute to protect these animals? What is an organization like ours doing? What is government doing? How are citizens participating in that exercise? That will be great. I think that will lead to even more impact in the future.
Exactly. So finally, today 8:30 to 9:30.
Yes, it's 8 to 9:30 today. It's symbolic event, which means you of course have to keep your safety and other things in mind. But anything which you feel is non-essential, it could be a appliance, it could be a television, it could be just a CFL light, switch it off. But that's a time where you perhaps sit down, think about your life, your actions, and reflect on the beautiful planet that we have, and think what we can actually do as people. That's the value of this event.
And it's a volunteer exercise.
It's a completely voluntary exercise. Anyone can choose to participate, and you are free to participate. It's completely, entirely voluntary.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rishi, for speaking with us.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
सो अर्थ आवर आज बेलुकी 8 बजेदेखि 9:30 सम्म भइरहेको छ र तपाईँहरूले पनि भलन्टियरली आफ्नो लाइट्सलाई स्विच अफ गर्न सक्नुहुनेछ नन एसेन्सियल लाइफलाई. सो लेट्स कम एन्ड कन्ट्रिब्युट समथिङ फर दि मदर अर्थ. आशिष गुरुङको साथ निर्मल मगर, सिक्किम क्रोनिकलको लागि.
Join us today for celebrating Earth Hour today on 22nd March from 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m.
Happy Earth Hour!